Okay, says we're live. Hello, welcome. Apologies if you can hear the I don't know if it's a leaf blower. I don't know if it's some sort of like other thing. They literally just started less than a minute ago of just whatever they're currently doing. So hopefully, um, hopefully they don't have to do very long. We are still in the process of renovating the bathroom. It is not going to be done by today, so that means that a little bit of next week will also have. I'm hoping it's not going to take all of next week, but we shall see. We shall see. But anyway, so yeah, that's how things are going. Took the parents to their annual doctor's visit yesterday and all that fun stuff. So I did not write a whole lot yesterday because dealing with just life things. So today I'm hoping to get in quite a bit more words. In fact, I still haven't moved some of my sticky notes. I think I need to move 3 from what I have did on Wednesday and a little bit that I did write yesterday. So I think I need to move 3 of these stickies. So those 2 blue will be gone, and then this one should be gone. But other than that, not a whole lot has been accomplished. I have not finished another book. I have been reading one book online, listening to one, and then I also did manage to get a little further into the Ghost Seer book. So I still have not finished anything for March in terms of the book. In terms of my reading journal, I have started one, so I put it in. This is my layout for March. So I've started one officially for this month. I'm finishing up the Ghost Seer, which was one I started in January. And then there's one more that I have not added to this. So sometimes. But yeah, so that's how we're doing. A little bit chaos brained, not gonna lie. Also, tomorrow's my birthday, so Mom has gone out to get the rest of the supplies for the particular birthday cake that I requested. I requested a butter almond pound cake because delicious. But we're gonna try and use it with non-dairy butter this time, so like either a margarine or a plant-based butter. So we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, that's where we are. Megan says, hello, everyone. I'm writing using Microsoft's new voice access feature, which replaces Windows speech recognition. So far, I think it's easier to use than speech recognition, but it still needs some work. I have never been able to get my... And this may be a thing that's like in Word. I have never been able to get it to sustain like listening to me. If that is what we were talking about, like voice to speech, or no, voice to text. There we go, speech to text. So I have not done or played with much in terms of that. This message was not written using voice access though. And also, happy International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to you as well. Diamond says, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope your Friday is going well so far. I'm still working on my side characters at the moment, but it is going well so far. That's awesome. I'm glad it's going well for you. That is the one thing, like when it goes well, it feels so good. It is like when it doesn't go well, but you're like, no, and the imposter syndrome creeps in. But yeah, so fun times. All right, y'all. Megan says, happy birthday. I hope the cake turns out great. Me too. I've also been texting one of the besties. She lives out of the country, and her original due date for her baby girl. It was on the 14th of this month. So, but then it appears that the doctor wants her to deliver sooner. So if she does not naturally have baby girl today, they're going to induce tomorrow, which means that I potentially might have a birthday buddy, which is exciting. So, very, very exciting that I have another March baby and also potential birthday buddy, which could be amazing. So, I'm excited about that. What else am I excited about? Oh, I did, one of y'all made me look up whether or not there was a non-dairy feta cheese, and there is one, and we found some at the store. So I now have some non-dairy feta cheese to try, which is awesome. So yeah, so all the small things that sort of make your day a little bit better. So, yes, yeah. Although if it turned out Barbie World-esque, yeah. Thank you. Yes, yes. I'm excited about the feta cheese, and I'm excited about the butter almond pound cake because my mom makes the most delicious pound cakes. I just, that is one of her things. And so, I mean, she makes good other cakes too and other desserts, but like her pound cakes are just somehow out of this world. And I think the only type of pound cake that I ever had from somebody else that was maybe like slightly better than my mom's was somebody had a chocolate pound cake, which I had asked them what their secret was. And their secret ingredient was sour cream. They said you could use mayonnaise in a pinch, but sour cream was the secret ingredient to keeping your chocolate pound cakes moist and delicious. And I was like, oh, did not know that. And neither did Mom. So it was no wonder somebody's secret ingredient had not been revealed to Mom. But yeah, no, her other pound cakes, she makes blueberry, she makes orange, she makes lemon, but the butter almond is like delicious. So, yeah, so I'm excited about tomorrow, and also being able to sleep in a little bit more, because the gentlemen who are working on the renovation have been here usually relatively early, between 8 and 8:30. And so I usually get up early enough that I can make a big pot of coffee and new pitcher of sweet tea and have time to consume breakfast and all that kind of stuff before they get here. So, but since they don't work on weekends, I can sleep in tomorrow, which will be nice. It'll be very nice. So, yes. Alrighty, y'all. We need a card. I have not pulled a card yet. Again, I'm hoping to write a good bit today, but we're gonna see how the brain does. Because I'm gonna be honest, my attention span the last couple of days has been kind of crappy. Just having extra people in and out of your house constantly is not always conducive, and like random things being dropped or banged on or whatever. So, fun stuff, but it's okay. The bathroom will be beautiful once it is done. So, and they are doing it right, which is good. All right. So today we have the armadillo spirit, and the armadillo, the main message is set healthy boundaries, which is important. It is very important. Armadillo, where are you? When I was a kid, there was the song lyric, and maybe even the song title, Amarillo by Morning. And I always, when I tried to sing it on my own without, when I was a kid, when I tried to sing it on my own, I would always say armadillo by morning. So, armadillo by morning or Amarillo by morning. Whichever one. But anyway, so here's our armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. Learning to set healthy boundaries is the gift of the armadillo. You are entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin, what is yours to own and what is not. Know your limits and understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. The armadillo is here to tell you that it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to. Declare what your needs are and say no as a full sentence. These are acts of respect and kindness to others as well as to yourself. Trust your body's signals and you will know what to do. The armadillo guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what does not. So there you go. There is our armadillo. And one of the things that always strikes me with this card is when the book says know what is yours to own and what is not. This doesn't mean like necessarily material things. It doesn't mean like possessions. This can mean somebody's drama. This can mean somebody's trauma or drama. This could mean somebody's guilt. If they are trying to lay guilt on you and it is not your guilt to have, you don't have to take that on. Which that is a big thing, because I don't know if it's a Southern Christian thing or if it's just a Christian thing or if it's a Catholic raised thing, but like guilt is a major thing that sometimes gets put on you when you shouldn't necessarily be feeling guilty. Trying to guilt you into doing certain things or behaving certain ways or whatever. So don't take on guilt that is not yours. Don't take on anxiety that is not yours to have. Don't take on somebody else's trauma. Don't take on things that aren't yours. You don't need them. It's like we have our own issues. We can deal with our own first. But yeah, set healthy boundaries. What is you? What is them? What is yours to take care of? What is theirs to take care of? That kind of thing. So Megan says, good message in terms of setting healthy boundaries. Yes, I agree. Mom Maggie says, hello, lovelies. Hello. Welcome, Mom Maggie. And Cool Gamer is here. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty, so now we have our card. Guilt is the church establishment's way of enforcing their agenda without having to always stand over everyone's shoulder, and as it seeped into every part of our lives. Yeah, it has sometimes done that. Yeah. But you don't have to take it on if it's not your guilt to have. So let's go ahead and pull up whatever document that you are going to be working on, or at least one of the documents that you might want to work on. And I need to pick a timer. Mm-hmm. And make sure that we have our audio all aligned. Yep. Okay. So let's get ready to go. Present, share screen, timer, share, make big. All right, let's do this. 1, save your document, especially if you've been working already. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how was that? Oops, there's a typo I need to fix. How did we do? Okay, I did good. Just under 1,000, so I will take it. Okay, and if I add okay, and if I add a short stint that I did before the stream, it'll be $10.99. Great. Yay. So I can officially move that third sticky, I think. So, yay. Fantastic. All right, how did we do? Good start, for sure. Good start. Becca is here. Hello. Just got back from going to a little tomato festival. Ooh, it was so fun. You picked up a few tomato plants that you can grow on your balcony. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. I like that. Diamond made a cool superpower for your side character that is unusual but fun. Ooh, love that. CB says hello and also happy birthday. Thank you very much. It's tomorrow, so I'm excited for it. Yes. Megan says 119 words, so not much, but I am writing about a complicated topic, and I am trying to not plagiarize while explaining thoroughly everything that you've learned. Yeah. Yeah, once you have absorbed a whole lot of research material, and if you have recently read one, it's hard not to have that person's cadence sometimes. So yeah, it can be difficult. Thank you. How old am I going to be this year? 37. Which is 21 for the 16th time. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. My friends and I make jokes about we're 21 for like the second time or the third time or whatever. But now that we're 21 for the 16th time, is that right? That can't be right, can it? It says it is. Yeah, and I mean the math does check out, but still, that's no fun. That's no fun. Although it would be fun, I guess 42 would be 21 for the 21st time. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. Probably so I graduated high school in 2005. So yeah. So 9/11 happened my freshman year of high school. So that was a defining moment for sure. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, that was a shock when I went to teach middle school, and we were talking about doing a memorial type thing. That was the first batch of students that would have been born after 9/11. So that was not definitely not in their memory at all. So Mom Maggie says, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So the year before you joined high school. Okay. Gotcha. You need to make some food. You think chili and a Frito bowl is calling. Yes, I had a chili cheese, not chili cheese, chili fry bowl I want to put the word cheese in there because that's normally what I would do, except I'm no longer eating as much cheese. But yeah, we had just a little bit of French fries left in the freezer. So yesterday when brought the parents back from their doctor's appointment, Dad requested fries. So I was like, all right. So when they were done, I also warmed up the leftover chili and just, that was my lunch, was chili fries. So CB says, I had been out of school for a year and 3 months when 9/11 happened. Yeah. I mean, it is a time marker, milestone for sure. And unfortunately, usually the sort of like milestones that people say impact them the most in terms of like national or international, they're never good things. They're never good things. Like my mom remembers JFK. I think I want to say, I'm trying to remember how old I was when Columbine happened and how that sort of set off some things for school. Okay. Well, sometime. What is it doing? Why is it blinking? Hopefully it's not blinking for you as well, but anyway, apparently the internet does not like us talking about depressing things. So, yeah. I'm back. Yes. Yeah, that was what I opened up a tab and I was going to look up what year Columbine happened, but the internet said no. So yeah, it blipped twice on my end. So I don't know exactly it's just, it's not happy with, anyway, so your eldest was a year old. So 1999. Yeah. Okay. And we moved to Georgia in, I want to say 92. And that would have been 3rd grade. So 7 years after that. So that would have been middle school. So yeah. Anyway, you were 10 years old when the World Trade Center was hit the first time. Almost 11. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, but it's like, the younger generations are going to mark things like Sandy Hook. They're going to mark things like the Ukrainian war. They're going to, the tsunamis in Japan. Like, I mean, natural disasters and man-made disasters are often really big milestones for people in their memories, and they shape how we look at the world, for better or for worse. But yeah, so okay, I feel like we need to draw another card. Don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be from the middle of the deck, maybe. What is this one sticking out? What are you? Okay, 10 of Pentacles, but it was in the inverted. But here's our part of extended family. Let me tuck these back into the box, and I can get a closer look at it here. So, it's a card of leaving a legacy, wealth, financial security, long-term success, putting down roots, family, ancestry, affluence, and privilege. And it's got the lovely gold foiling, of course. Let's see if I can get it to focus on the picture behind it. Yes, no, I don't know. Very, very European, I don't know what era that would be in. Probably this lady's dress would have more of a, if you know what time period her dress comes from, you're probably better off than me. um, but yeah, leaving a legacy and extended family. Ferguson was a big event for you. Gotcha. You turned 19 just after 9/11. For Becca, it was the Challenger explosion. I think my mom has mentioned that before as well. Mostly because your science teacher was runner-up. Oh, and he had trained with the teacher that had been chosen. You watched it live. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that is quite a few degrees closer than most people would be to that event. Yeah, never happy things that define us in those ways. You were pregnant when 9/11 happened, and then in 2005, Hurricane Katrina blasted New Orleans and shut down air travel for a week, stranding your middle stepbrother and your house. Yeah. Katrina happened, and it was first semester of college for me, and we had during the first semester we had our study rooms available at the end of the hall, but second semester they moved in some of the college students from that area who no longer had housing. So they were given a room and transfer credits and all that. So they could continue their education. CB says the ones that stick out for you are the Herald of Free Enterprise, Piper Alpha, Hillsborough, Lockerbie, and especially Dune Blaine. And see, I don't recognize any of those. So those are more, I'm sure, on your national level than international. So Heather says hello, welcome. Whereas, like, you might not be recognizing some of the names that we talk about. So it's like, it's all a mess. Katrina was 20 years ago then. Yeah, was it? Yeah. Yep. Nearly. Yep. You were rushing to finish an exam to watch the launch with your physics class because your instructor was a retired NASA ground control. Oh, Mount St. Helens was a big one for you because we camped there a year before. Okay. So here's a story. We were in, I think I was in either, I want to say that I was in like maybe first grade, first or somewhere between kindergarten and second. Give myself a little bit of window. And we were learning about volcanoes. So that's probably a little bit on the older side is my guess, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. But anyway, so our teacher was talking about Mount St. Helens. And I was so sure that I had been there. Like my little tiny self was like, yeah, no, we stood on the viewing balcony and I could see through the gap in the poles and we watched it explode. And she's like, how old are you again? When were you born? No, baby, that's not possible. And I was like, no, it happened. Spoiler alert, I had not been born when Mount St. Helens exploded, but like my brain was like, I was there. So maybe in a previous life, I don't know. But then that means that in my previous life, I was very, very young when I moved on to the next life. So I don't know if it was Mount St. Helens that did me ended that life or not, but I was positive that I was at Mount St. Helens. Absolutely positive. So Mom Maggie says you remember the Lockerbie airplane bombing and it was horrific. Okay. See, that one I don't know about. So yeah, I'm sure. Dunblane was when a Thomas Hamilton attacked a primary school, and 16, 5, and 6-year-old kids were lost, and so was their teacher. Yeah. Most people don't realize we actually lost 2 space shuttles. They showed the films of the eruption on the TV over and over. Yeah, and that may have been what it was. But like I was so positive that I had been there. I was in, and the teacher essentially was like, "No, you weren't there. You were not born then." And I was like, "I was there. I don't care if I wasn't born yet. I was there." And I still remember that, like my vehement rejection of her logic at that point. Like I was like, "No, I am right." It was I still remember it. Anyway, Mount St. Helens is big for you too. Nuclear war was such a scare back then, and when the mountain exploded, you could see it from your house, and the ash made a mushroom cloud, and you thought it was a bomb. Oh no! Heather remembers the Lockerbie and Mount St. Helens. Yep. Yeah. Well, we have a Christmas ornament that is made out of the ashes of Mount St. Helens, which also probably reinforced to my brain that like we were there. So I anyway, when I was very young, you could not convince me that I was not there, but obviously. CB says, I was 6 when Lockerbie happened, and the plane flying to New York from London blew up over the tiny Scottish town called Lockerbie, which is why it's probably called that. And it's in the borders between Scotland and England. Oh, okay. And Heather also remembers Challenger and Ronald Reagan getting shot. Yeah. I mean, but it's never good things. It is never good things that sort of like shape our perspective. It is always very much a wake-up call that we are not safe. That changes our perspective on things. Whether it's we're not safe from other humans, we are not safe from nature, we are not safe from technological issues that have really, really bad consequences, but it's never something good that changes our perspective that drastically. It is always sort of that alarm that changes us in some ways. My dad remembers as a kid, thinking how useless it was that they were hiding under desks during the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was their drills, were hiding under the desks in case a nuclear bomb was fired at them. And they lived in Florida. So that would have been like one of the easier to reach targets. Things like that. The younger generations have no idea how terrified ours were of the nuclear wasteland after the war. Post-Cold War generation trauma is real. Yeah. So that was what, he remembers even as a child going, like, this isn't going to save us. Because my grandfather worked, he was in World War II as a secretary, typist, logistics type thing. And then got a job at the Port Authority. But he also did some things where they took trips down to the Bahamas so that Granddaddy could measure how low or how much weight was on Cuban ships to see if they were moving missiles. And so my dad was very cognizant of the fact that, like, it could be a real thing. But he was also a very science-minded guy. So, hiding under a desk isn't going to do anything. But, like, what can you do? You give somebody something to do in a crisis so that they have something to focus on and not panic. So, that's why Oppenheimer is such an important film. And you remember the Iranian hostage crisis as well. Heather was also just about to say that. Seeing the aftermath of Mount St. Helens is the reason that you will never be able to live in the Seattle area. Yeah. I mean, there is a level of, like, they rule out things for you of like places where you're like, yeah, no, I'm not equipped to deal with that. Um, so CB says, I remember very clearly when Nelson Mandela came out of jail. Yeah, you also had to do the drills under your desk as well. Yes, yes, yes. Good things change us too, like inventions and scientific discoveries. You remember getting a TV with a remote for the first time and it was revolutionary. Yes. Yeah, but it's like it sometimes it's not it doesn't feel like as momentous a change. But on the other hand, you write screenplays now, and I wonder how much of that is due to you being so fascinated by the TV revolution, the color TV and the well, I mean, we had color then, but like just being able to see technology and TV change. You had your civil defense certification. Yeah, that's a thing too, isn't it? Yeah, as a preteen, because your parents were considered necessary due to one of them being a teacher and a machinist, and the other being a nurse and farmer. Yeah, yeah. Mount St. Helens didn't really hit Seattle, though it was too far, but Mount Rainier would destroy the entire city if it ever blew. Yes, that is. Maybe that's why. Heather says, the first time I saw remote control, there was a cord involved. So not fully remote then. But yeah, no. Yeah. Anyway, so contemplating these momentous things that change your characters and yourselves' perspectives. Yeah, ooh, I hadn't thought about what sort of generational perspective shifting events I could put into my fantasy work in progress. Because I have like what started the world building aspect of things and the division and the schisms between factions. But I don't think I've included any. I haven't until the second book. In the second book, it's just sort of like assumed that everybody knows about it. So I'm going to have to fix that and make sure that I talk about the sort of like the events that happened between the two countries. Ooh, I'm glad that we had this talk, y'all. Because I didn't think about generational shifting, monumentous milestones until just now. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's see. After St. Helens, a Houston geologist talked about Mount Rainier. It might go next, and that's why you noped out of the idea of Upper West Coast. TVs and movies shaped you for sure. You knew you wanted to make movies. The moment you saw Star Wars at age 4, changed your life forever. There had been nothing like it before. Yeah, Star Wars was definitely a huge shift in movie telling, and I think Lord of the Rings has done the same thing, because it was like nobody had ever done or attempted like the epic fantasies in Hollywood, like the epic ones, really, to like good effect, I should say, because they had tried Hobbit before. I'm still waiting for somebody to maybe take on Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders of Pern World, because that would be amazing. But anyway, Heather says, I think there are a variety of remote controls in the 60s. Yeah, Hillsborough was a Scottish soccer stadium disaster in 89. Almost 100 fans in total have been lost because of it in the city of Liverpool. The Sun newspaper is not sold anywhere. Okay. The super volcano under the Yellowstone area. Yeah, just stay away from that corner of the States, right? Yeah, seeing Star Wars in a theater changed everything for your hopes for the future. It was so much bigger than Star Trek reruns. Yeah. Oh, this okay. So the newspaper is not available because they did not handle the event well. And the after reporting. You saw Star Wars when you were 6, almost 7. It affected our generation so much. Yeah. And those of us who have been raised by Star Wars babies as well. Although I think my parents were adults when they saw the first Star Wars. So if Yellowstone goes, you have 11 hours before the ash could get to where you live in Colorado. Yikes. Yeah. Star Wars has changed a lot. Yeah. Battlestar Galactica, Star Wars, Star Trek were the things that made you want to be an astronaut and read and write sci-fi. Yes, yes, yes. Lord of the Rings definitely did that for an entire generation for sure. Yes. Yes. You remember the line of moviegoers with all 3 Star Wars movies. Yeah. I know, but at some point, I mean, they made a video game out of it. Like, how come they could make a video game but not, I mean, it was not a good video game, but like, anyway. But yeah, that sort of makes sense. She believed readers should see it in their minds. You're literally wearing a Star Wars dress. Yeah, well, I mean, appropriate, right? We have the Star Wars Star Wars shirt. Anyway, Becca is wearing a Star Wars dress and Star Trek sweater with the Battlestar socks. That's amazing. Mom Maggie says, same. Twins. Yes. Yes, yes. Emery is here. Hello, hello. Good morning. Today is your 10K day and you are ready to attack it. How is everybody doing? We're doing good. We have been chatting for a while, so thank you for helping us get back on track. But yes. So I need to make a note for myself and maybe write a couple paragraphs to include, make sure I'm including a generational perspective shift because of some sort of event, whether it be good or bad, into the fantasy world. So thank you for this conversation. It has been helpful, very helpful. You've seen all the Star Wars films, but you did not see episodes 4 through 6 in cinema. I'm sure they'll come back around. I'm sure. Nostalgia train, both good and bad, right? Yes. Yes, yes. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do the next sprint. It's going to be a 30-minute sprint. I think we're going to use our new 30-minute waterfall timer. And make sure that if you have something you want to promote, now is your chance to do so. So make sure I click on the right one. So if you have a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, websites, blogs, social media handles, etc., any of those that are writing adjacent, please let us know where we can find you and your books, especially if you have books out recently, books coming out soon, or books on sale. Let us know where to find you and your book titles. Just remember that if you do not have a Blue Wrench of Power like Mama Maggie and Becca have, you will not be able to post direct links. So there is that. All right, let's go. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you are hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. And also, if you are not subscribed, please consider it. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, how we doing? Oh, I just realized I did not. I just realized I did not mark where I left off. Shoot. It was in the middle of a paragraph. I know that. The last word of the sentence was conditions. Here we go. I found it. Excellent. Okay. I'm glad I remembered that the last word was conditions. That helped. Okay. Okay. So I've now passed, I'm almost at 132,000 for the quarter. 132,000. Almost. I don't know. I think technically if I was doing 90, quarter is usually 90 days. If I was doing the average of, I'm a good ways behind. Feels like, but I still have the rest of this month. So it's not terrible, but I am definitely behind where I wanted to be in terms of word count, but that's okay. Some of the days I've just edited and like don't really have much to count. But anyway, so don't forget, if you have something to promote, make sure you do that. Mom Maggie wished Emery a good luck on your 10K day today. Yes. Mom Maggie also says, I don't have a link yet, but Sunday the 10th, 5 p.m. Eastern, we will be talking about Anime Taught Me, about writing. And this is going to be on Jenna the Soul Writer's channel, and that's going to be after my normal streaming hours. I normally stream 2 to 5 on Sunday. So, yay. Yes. Becca says, I started a new TikTok for my rom-com. Ooh, you're trying something fun there where you drew the rom-com characters so you can pose them for reels. Ooh, fun. And so here is Becca's TikTok. CB says, coming sometime in the next few days to a fan fiction site near you, Avengers Web Chronicles, and Stark for President, The Last Rose. Nice. Nice. Heather says, potential editing clients may DM me on any social media. Here's the link. Yes. Padge says, hi all, you're reading a beta report and editing today. Fantastic. Paget also says to Heather, I'm sorry I fell into the beta hole earlier and missed your last comments on Angela's stream. You appreciate the comments. Megan says, check out everything that Megan does on the web, including the link to the Substack and socials. Here is the link. And you also successfully took the dogs out that sprint, then walked to the mailbox and got the mail. Yay. Heather says to Paget, I've done a lot of beta reading over the years and have both the readers and the author's interests at heart. That's as it should be. Yes. CB got 232 words. Fantastic. Becca is adding new scenes to the rom-com. Yay. Diamond says, my side character's favorite food is mac and cheese, and dessert, chocolate brownies. Both very solid choices. Bonnie, hello. Welcome. Oh, yay, Mama Maggie. The heater guy is finally here. Hooray! Yes. Mom Maggie is going to see us later. Yes. And Megan says, well, I didn't realize I said what I did twice. Did you? I didn't see it come through twice. Don't know. Anyway, I am making progress. I have made some notes for that generational perspective shifting event. So I've made some notes for what I'm thinking I can do, but I'm not going to write it just yet. Just made some notes so I won't forget about it because I'm in a different section of the story. So yeah, but exciting. Your message was censored because you used language it doesn't like. Oh no. Yeah, it does not seem to have come through to StreamYard. So Heather says good luck on the heater. CB has 11 chapters to go. Mom Maggie says hi Paget. Hi Paget by Paget. I don't know why that was hard. All my love and read Paget's books. And here is the link. You took the dogs outside, walked to the Amazon box container that tries to. Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen these where it's like a 2-wall bank of lockers, and they put the packages in some random one, and then it somehow codes. The code for that is somehow in the little thing. So you put in your number, I guess, and it opens up a random mailbox depending on what size your package is. I've seen those. I've seen them. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next sprint. And I think I am going to have to take a short bio break during this sprint, but that's okay. If you need one, take one. All right, here we go. 1, save your document and all the wonderful progress we are making. 2, go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How we doing? Don't forget to save. I'm going to mark where I'm stopping. And then see how we did that spread. Okay. Got another 1,000. Yay. Okay. Fantastic. So I just hit 22,000 for the month. Is that right already? Not bad. So I'm a little ahead for the month and a little behind for the year, if I have that correct. Am I a little behind for the year? We had 31 plus 29 equals 60, and it's now plus 8, 68. Okay, so I'm not that far. I'm 2 days-ish. Okay, I'm not as bad as I thought I was doing in terms of total. Not bad. Okay. That's good. I was thinking I was quite a bit further from the year or the quarterly / yearly goal so far. I was thinking I was falling real behind there, but I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. Let's see. Heather is researching places where you're going to be able to post your art online soon because Etsy has suspended your shop. They suspended the shop. It was a strange bank issue. However, being a seller with a small amount of stock / listing, it's kind of expensive to run, which is why you're considering some other options. And Coffee or Ko-fi won't allow items that use copyrighted images, so you cannot sell your stamped item there. You found that out pretty recently. I know that there are a lot of people who use Shopify or Square. I think those are two of the ones that I hear often. I think Shopify is like the most commonly heard. But I don't know what the setup / like annual, like I don't know what the commitment level is for Shopify. Is it a monthly? Is it a yearly? Is it either? Are there additional fees? I think there is, at least for the credit card processing, there are fees. But anyway, that said, you are looking at making things that are regional pieces, but are also writing, reading, and planner related. Becca says, just tackling one scene at a time. You're hoping to be done with all of the adding by Sunday, and then you can line edit next week. Ooh, nice. Yeah, because you're getting closer to the end of your 90-day span, right? Heather says, I've been in my emails and my coffee and the Etsy shops to see what you can do with those. Yeah. So I know Shopify is one. I know Square is another, like, website host. But I think Shopify you can embed into your website, which means that it is more conducive to keeping people on your website, which is always a good thing, because anytime you have to click away, there's a conversion rate drop off, if that makes sense. But anyway, so let me save my work, and it is already 3:20, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. And I'm going to enjoy the weekend. I will be back on the Sunday. Don't forget, Sunday is in the US. It is daylight savings time again, so we spring forward an hour. it'll still be like the same time frame. It'll be 2 p.m., but it'll just be the new time frame. So, there you go. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to set your alarm clocks for Sunday if that needs to be done, that kind of thing. So, yeah, don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip, stretch, snack, whatever. And have a lovely weekend. And I will see y'all soon. Bye.